Hey.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
Hey. Can you hear?
I didn't hear what you said, Chad.
I know. I'll smack him later.
Okay.
Final little negotiation tactic. What she said?
That's right.
Changing Lanes has a great video on that.
You're not going to be able to get in anywhere. It's going to be such a challenge.
I'm Tom. I'm Tom.
And I'm Cherie. And I'm Cherie. And we're Enjoy the Journey.
And this is EnjoyTheJourney.Life. One thing that I'm personally looking for is not to go to 3 axles. You do not want to have a whole nother set of tires. So we had some friends reach out to us to say that we might want to consider a 3-axle toy hauler instead of the 2-axle for a lot of reasons. So we're kind of rethinking our favorite RV right now.
Well, this process actually takes a while. We've had some people saying, oh, what's going on with the RV? Did you buy an RV? And it's like, this is a process. You want to make sure you're making the right decision.
Right.
You do your research. And when we were, looking at the 351, we had some friends reach out to us and said we might want to consider the 381, which is the same floor plan, but with 3 axles.
Right, and just a lot more room, but a lot more space for weight.
Yes.
And weight distribution, better towability, stuff like that. So we have a treat for you guys today. We are going to share part of that conversation with you right now. We have been looking at Grand Design Momentums, and our last deal fell through.
Yep.
But Chad and Tara from Changing Lanes reached out after that episode and had actually some ideas about Grand Design Momentums, and who better than you guys to tell us more about them. I mean, you guys have had a Grand Design Momentum for longer than anyone else that we know.
So we consider you guys the pros.
Oh, thanks.
He's the pro.
Yeah.
I just live in it. He's the pro.
Well, you're the pro at decorating and command strips. So.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get your tips on that, Tara.
You mentioned, I believe in the email, about the 2 axles versus the 3 axles and the weight distribution.
So yeah, on the 2 axle versus 3 axle, there's a lot less wiggle room in the 2 axle rigs. Just if you figure the gross vehicle weight rating, which is where you're supposed to stop, but sometimes life gets in the way and you have more stuff and you go a little bit over. If you figure 80% of your weight in a fifth wheel on average, 75 to 80% is going to be on those axles, and the rest will be on the pin. Mm-hmm. So 16,800 GVWR, which is what a lot of the double axle Grand Design toy haulers are, that's 80% of that is 13,440 on the axles. You've got 2 7K axles, so that's 14,000 pounds. So you can see how the amount you have on the axles is very close to the axles ratings. So you get a little bit less wiggle room. If you stay below your GVWR and you keep 80% or less on the axles, then you're fine, but you're right up on there. And the issues if you go and you search some of the Grand Design forums, I call them forums, pages on Facebook for like the Momentums, and you search for flat springs, you'll see that some of the 2 axle toy haulers that are right at or over their GVWR, and maybe not, maybe a little more than 80% on the axles, or maybe a little bit to one side or the other, then you can get some flattening leaf springs, which isn't good.
And that would be a bad day.
Yeah, and people, they put 8K springs on there and they're fine. It's just something to think about.
So here's a question. We've been on the Grand Design forum for a while on Facebook, and there's quite a few people complain about the Norcold refrigerator and those having issues. Have you guys had any issues with that?
We haven't, and I think our issues have been more about we haven't defrosted it, and It cools fine and it freezes fine. I do think that there is an issue I've seen recently online of, I think Norcold had a bad batch of fridges. I think they had a bad run of fridges because it seems like, to me, there's been a string of them all together.
I feel a little differently.
Okay.
Well, no, it's just because it seems like we can't keep a consistent temperature,
Yeah.
in my opinion, and it seems to get a lot colder with propane versus electric, right?
It is a bit fickle. And since you can't set your freezer and refrigerator temps separately, they're both kind of interacted together.
Yeah.
And so usually if we get the freezer down to 0 where a freezer should be, then the fridge is at like 25.
Yeah, and stuff's starting to freeze in the refrigerator, and that's no good. And
Yeah.
if you have soda or something in there, you have explosions. And
We've had some exploding Mountain Dews.
Yeah. But
wow.
yeah, but it's sometimes the refrigerator I'll look at it and it'll be at 40, and I'm like, we can't be at 40. We don't want it at 40.
No.
So I think for me, it's just a little bit of an inconsistency with the temperature.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I noticed that Mark and Trish were having a problem with their refrigerator. I don't know if that's been resolved yet. Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know, and I do think that maybe, we have a lot of inconsistency when we travel, and that's, you're on and off power and and on and off propane and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's part of the problem or not. But
Yeah, and I don't know if they're running their fridge on propane when they travel to keep it cold. And
yeah, I don't know.
that's another debate, but
Yeah, we're actually doing a part 2 in our maintenance series that we still have to film, but it should be coming out soon. Is all about refrigeration. So hopefully the expert that we've been working with on this series will have some more insight to it.
yeah, I know there are some mods. There's one particular company in Indiana that makes a mod for the Norcold refrigerators that converts it it to something I don't know.
Or it converts
That's all
it to like a residential.
Essentially, it makes it more like a residential. It's a compressor based versus whatever these things do.
Yeah, but then you can't use propane, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So
boondocking and stuff.
Yeah, but they're much more efficient on electricity, so you use less, but you do need an inverter to run the fridge.
Yeah.
Do you guys boondock much?
A little bit.
A little bit. We'd like to do more, but we just like full hookups too.
Yeah,
So-
we've been slowly building up our boondocking ability. I put an inverter in a full.
Lost you on that.
See, I talked.
Right again?
Better.
I started talking. See.
I'm muting.
Yeah.
We've been slowly building up our boondocking ability by adding an inverter, so that way everything in our RV is powered off batteries. When we first did that, we had 4 6-volt golf cart batteries, and now we have 3 Battleborn 100 amp hour batteries, which are really nice.
Oh, nice.
So we can go, like we just did a harvest host, and we have a good shunted battery monitor on there that'll tell us exactly how much we're using and how long that will last based on current consumption. So
Yeah.
we can go a good 20 hours or so on the low drain, but you start kicking on the fridge and an AC will take it down in a couple hours.
Yeah, or you forget and you turn the microwave on. Like
Yeah. You're just so used to everything being on, then you're
Yeah.
boondocking, you got AC going, you kick the microwave, then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
everything dies. Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think it's similar with the fridge we have now. It's a Dometic, and it just varies a lot by the temperature outside.
Yep.
The sun hits the kitchen slide, and it gets pretty warm.
Yeah.
And when it's cooler, it cools off. And
I mean, I don't know if are you ever going to be able to have like true consistency in an RV fridge? But
Maybe not. I maybe not, because
Yeah, I
just
don't
because
know.
of the way there's only one temperature setting and
Yeah.
it's for both.
Yeah.
I know that I've seen people put fans in that panel behind the RV to kind of help the air flow through there.
yeah,
And I know it's got to be kind of like an AC system where you've got, you want some parts blocked off and you want some parts for free flow of air. We haven't gotten to that yet, but
no, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're going to find out. We'll let you know.
Yeah, we have to run a little fan inside of ours when it overheats. In fact, Is it plugged in now? It's not plugged
No,
in
it's
now,
not.
but it's plugged in most of the time. And we have to run the cord outside. I mean, it's rigged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the washer
Yeah.
dryer combo? Or
We-
do you
we
have...
With the stackable.
Okay, that's what we have, but we hear that there's like a venting. How do you vent the stackable?
Well,
It's in the toy hauler section, or is it in the back?
Well, our RV, the washer and dryer connection is in the front in the bedroom,
Okay.
and there was actually a place marked on the wall inside for to be vented outside.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of
Okay.
the toy haulers have the connection in the garage,
That's
which
the one we're looking
yeah, and that can
Yeah.
be more of a challenge. I've seen people run duct up and over and out the side. I've seen some people duct it out the bottom to vent it. Some people just use the non-vented kind.
Yeah. I
That
think that takes a long time to.
They take a long, yeah, the combo
That's what I've
units.
heard.
We've heard they
Yeah.
take a long time, and they also do some magic with converting it to vapor. I don't know what they do. I don't know where the water goes.
I don't know. So we had the option of our big closet in the front and a second closet in the bedroom if we didn't want the washer and dryer, but we chose to put the washer and dryer in there. So, we have the stackable. It works great for the size of it and what it is. And yeah, we had it vented. That was kind of part of we worked it into our deal.
Yeah, when we bought our RV, we got Lazy Days to at least sell us the washer and dryer at cost and install it. We made that our final little negotiation tactic.
Yeah.
That was our last push. We know, of course, we pushed for a free washer and dryer, but we compromised at the cost. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Any trouble fitting like the back deck in many RV spots?
You know what? Not really. We just figured it out today. We've been in 82 campgrounds in a year and 8 months.
About a year and 8 months.
And I think maybe only 2 or 3 times have we not been able to put it down.
Oh. Do you make
Wow.
any special requests when you call for a spot?
Well, we're really honest, and we I know some people like to fudge and say that they're shorter than what they are. I don't know why you would do that, but we make sure we stress that we're large and in charge, and that we, that with our truck and our RV, we are about 65 feet.
Yeah.
And we just do our homework, though. We plan a lot.
Yeah, we
don't wing it very often.
No, we plan, and we will. Before I book a spot, I'll go on to Google Earth and get a satellite view. And I don't know if you've seen, you can actually measure distances.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'll actually measure it out and figure it out. Okay, yeah, that looks like it'll fit, and yeah, we haven't had any trouble. Sometimes we choose not to put the patio down if it's going to be extremely hot or extremely cold, because the door is a much better insulator than the piece of plastic on the 3-season door.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, it hasn't been an issue for us at all, really.
No, pull through sites, obviously you're going to have that extra room, and we pull through enough. A lot of times when we're setting up or pulling into a spot, we'll get the motorcycle out and we'll put the deck down so we can see where we are as far as how far forward to pull, or how far back to back in.
Yeah.
But no, it's that was one of our concerns also when we had this giant thing. But like she said, we're 43 and change, but we always say 44 when we're looking.
Okay.
Well, we heard that too. We had a lot of people that told us, or when we were researching, we saw a lot of comments online from people that you're not going to be able to get in anywhere. It's going to be such a challenge. So we knew ahead of time that we wouldn't be able to get into national parks. So we knew that going into it, and we were okay with it because it was kind of one of those pros and cons thing where we needed the space more than we needed to stay inside of a national park. And we just usually stay right outside of them and travel inside on our motorcycle, or go inside that way.
Yeah.
So
What she said.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, when we're set up and we have the back deck down, 99% of the time it stays down. And we have a security system with a motion sensor in the garage and sensors on the doors, and we have a ring security. We have a ring security system. So
That was a question we were going to have for you too. How do you secure those doors? Yeah.
Well, and it's really not that difficult to put it up too. If that's an issue or a concern for you and you just want to put it up, it's not really it only takes a minute to do it.
Yeah,
So.
there have been times where we're in a campground where the surrounding area or whatever isn't quite the cozy, comfy feeling we'd like.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and we feel better putting it up and locking it up.
Yeah.
But most of the time we leave it down, and if someone were to break in, the alarm would go off.
Our 3-pound guard dog.
Yeah, we have our guard dog.
Oh, here's guard dog. Hi.
Who I just woke up.
Oh, you're asleep. Oh, you're
Oh, she was asleep.
She's like, what's going on?
This is Daisy.
little baby.
That's Daisy. I'm sorry we woke you up.
I did it. It's my fault.
Oh.
She never barks unless somebody's at the door. So we know that if that's yeah. She's not scaring. She's not scaring anybody away.
Well, I'll have to definitely look into that security system that you guys have.
Changing Lanes has a great video on that.
Oh, I will look for that link.
Is it in the description below?
Well, any other issues with the momentums that you see that need to be addressed out of the box, so to speak?
One issue that I see people run into with RVs in general, particularly fifth wheels, most Class A's have a built-in inverter and you can go boondock. But I think a lot of people don't realize that they got to get an inverter and probably upgrade their batteries if they want to boondock.
Mm-hmm. Unless you have a boondocking package already installed.
But most RVs, a lot don't have that.
Right.
And Grand Design, I think, is working on a package, but they don't have it yet.
Yeah.
I think as far as issues with what we've had with ours, they've been very minor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and one reason we picked Grand Design was after we were kind of starting to head that way, I researched their customer support and service, and I wanted to make sure that their warranty didn't preclude full-time living, and B, that they would work directly with us, because I want to work on as much as I can myself and don't want to have to deal with a dealership. Mm-hmm. We're never going to be near our dealer in Tampa, and B,
never.
Well, not never, but we didn't want to have to rely on a dealer. So we wanted to be able to work with a mobile tech or a DIY whenever we could, and Grand Design has been great with that.
Yeah, I mean, we've only had minor issues, really. Yeah. And they have stepped in and solved them for us right away, so we've been really happy with it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, it's such a difference in being on the Grand Design Facebook group and the Columbus RV Facebook group.
Huge difference.
In the Columbus Facebook group, the owners all have like pitchforks, and like management of Columbus hardly shows their faces.
They don't even answer emails anymore. It's bad.
Right, people are having trouble just getting regular warranty work done, and then you get on the Grand Design page and raving fans. Pretty much. It's not perfect, but people are still fans.
Yeah, so we're very much looking forward to getting into a Grand Design, because there's too many headaches, and who has time for that, right?
It's enough work just living this lifestyle.
It is. Well, it's really great talking to you guys because, I mean, like, we get it. It's like, you guys get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the first people that we've talked to that get it, that, do the same thing, including with YouTube and videos and, the struggle with time management and, yeah. So it's nice. It's like you're our people.
That's right. We got to stick together.
We got to camp together sometime. We got to figure out how to meet up and.
Sounds like fun.
We want to be in the Happy RV Owners Club.
The Happy RV Owners Club.
Well, hopefully you find the right one for you. And are you guys thinking of? Are you still looking for the perfect unit, or?
We've been looking for used online, and there seem to be few with what we're looking for.
Few and far in between.
Yeah, so we're thinking about just ordering because it's almost as inexpensive to order it as it is to buy used.
Well, like you said, if you negotiate well, and somebody buys a new one and wants to sell it a year later and they didn't negotiate, they want to sell it for the same amount you can buy a new one for.
So.
And this way you can get what you want on it too.
That's what we did. And it actually, for us, and probably for you guys too, it can be a bit of a negotiating piece, because you can build it out online, know exactly what the MSRP is, you know, knock 25 to 30% off that as your target, and then shop it around and just say who's willing. This is a no work sale for you. All you got to do is order it for me.
And that worked out for us.
Yeah, we just need to do something soon. Sooner than later.
It's a definite haggle item. We tell people that ask us, be ready to haggle and be ready to walk.
Right.
Yeah. It's so many people don't want to be uncomfortable, and you got to be willing to be uncomfortable. It's your money. I mean,
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you.
yeah, thank you so much for giving us this time and helping us to wrap our heads around this decision.
So. Oh yeah, we're happy to do it, and thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Catch you next time.
See ya.
So if you are not a subscriber to Changing Lanes, make sure you hit the subscribe button on their channel. We will have a link below. They have some really great content on their website as well as their YouTube channel. Very technical stuff. Chad is awesome at that, but awesome motorcycle adventures around the country as well.
Fun.
So be sure to check out their channel. And of course, if you're brand new to our channel, hit the subscribe button below on our channel.
And a thumbs up on our video, please.
Yeah, let us know what you thought.
Yes.
And we will see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Maybe it's my computer and it's got the wife filter on it.
I don't know. The wife filter?
Yeah.
Oh. Thanks, babe.
The wife filter, is that what you said? Chad.
I know. I'll smack him later.
Okay.
Well, so that's, I mean, I'm just saying that, like, I don't know if it's
No, the audio's.
Yeah, the audio's cutting out a little bit again.
how's that?
Better. Yes.
Well, that's our audio solution. Can you hear us now?
That was good.
Yeah.
We're all at the mercy of the of the internet.
Talking this way.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't move. Oh, we lost him again. Oh, can you hear us?
Someone hearing me?
Yeah, now. Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, we
It
lost you
shouldn't do
again.
that. Like, just tell me about it. It shouldn't.
I know. Well, it's kind of like muffled and then on and off. And so we're like picking up on keywords.
Yeah, huh.
Great to be connected.
Get out the whiteboard. Now I get it.